Guys, hope you're super well. I just got off a call with a very stressed GP trainee who is currently preparing for AKT. As you guys know, AKT is coming up in just over 7 weeks now, and they're stressed because basically they're struggling with preparation. They haven't really got a direction. They didn't really know. They don't have a plan. They felt a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of material, which is very common for something like AKT or MSRA or PLAB 1 or any other kind of exam like this. So that's normal, and we went through a few strategies and we went through a few plans, and we talked about our kind of free planner that you can use that kind of takes the stress away. But they're telling me about how last week they're really stressed because they had a day, maybe a day and a half, a day at least, where they sat down to work. They sat down for 3 or 4 hours, but they got so stressed that they were sitting at their desk doing questions, reading, but nothing was going in. Okay, it was just one of those days, right? It just they tried to put the effort in, they tried to buckle down, they tried to use techniques to get into the zone. Didn't happen. And that day and a half, it kind of went over to the next day for the first half of the day, just stressed them out for the whole of the week. Like, they just couldn't get rid of the fact that they'd wasted a day. The feeling was they'd wasted a day. Okay, I've only got X number of days left and I've wasted this day. I planned to do this on this day, but I didn't get it done. Now I'm behind. Now I'm stressed. And I just want to put this video out there just to say, look, if you are preparing for an exam right now and you have a day like this, okay, you plan maybe that when I get home from work, I'm going to open up the laptop, I'm going to do 2 or 3 solid hours. Okay, you plan that. And then you get home and you open up the laptop and it just doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't click. Okay, your brain doesn't switch on. You read stuff time and time again, it doesn't go in. You keep getting questions wrong. Look, sometimes you have to just accept that you're a human being. You're not a machine. You can only fight things so much. Sometimes you just got to be confident and say, look, there's no point me trying to fight this. There's no point me trying to get frustrated with myself. There's no point me trying to beat myself up. There's no point me trying to push too much beyond a point when it's never going to happen. And it's certainly not worth your whole week being affected because you're almost annoyed at yourself for having that one day. Sometimes you have to be confident enough to say, you know what, let's take today off. Okay, I'm not going to fail this exam because of one day. Okay, I'm not going to suddenly fall so far behind that I'm not going to be able to catch up because of 1, 2 or 3 hour session that doesn't go right. You're much better off by taking it off, shutting the laptop, stop thinking about the exam, AKT, MSRA, PLAB 1, whatever it is, and just do something else. Okay, give yourself a break. Just let yourself have that freedom to say, you know what, it's fine, I'm living a life bigger than this exam, I'm gonna let this day go. And you know what, if you do that, then the next day you're gonna be in such a better position to restart the next day and hit it really hard because you've given yourself the license to have that evening or day or whatever it is off. If you said, nope, I'm going to sit through this, I'm going to do my work, I set myself this target, I'm going to do it. If you do that and you do your 2 or 3 hours and nothing goes in, because let's face it, once your brain's decided that, the next day you're going to feel stressed because of what happened the day before, and you're probably going to let it eat up the next session and maybe the next session as well. So if you're in this position, maybe you're doing this right now and that's why you're kind of flicking through social media because you're having one of those days when nothing's going in. Just give yourself that freedom. Yeah, just say, you know what, I'll have today off. Now, of course, you can't do this every day. You can't say, okay, every day I'm gonna have off because I don't feel like it. That's not gonna work, and you know that yourself anyway. But once in a while, you guys are adults, you can't hold yourself that highly. This exam, whichever exam, I don't care, whichever exam it is not that important that you need to get frustrated so much that it affects the next 2 or 3 days or the next week or the next 2 weeks or even up to the exam. If this is you, I hope this helps. I'm Dr. Amin Arora from Arora Medical Education. We do so much training for exams like AKT, MSRA, PLAB 1, etc. Sorry, let's go back to the office. It's a little bit loud. Have a look at the website, auroramedicaleducation.co.uk, for more teaching, motivation, help with exams, because I know it's a stressful time. If you want any help with any exams like AKT, MSRA, PLAB 1, there's lots of free resources on the website. Have a look, auroramedicaleducation.co.uk, or we've got resources as well that might help, mocks, online courses, audio courses, flashcards, etc. But whatever it is, if you're having a tough day, give yourself a break. You're allowed to. It's not going to fail you the exam. And you'll be back on track the very next day. Hope this helps. Hashtag Campus will pass. Hashtag I went with Aurora. Take care.